Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Annie Bartos is determined to turn the world gold in September after watching her twin brother, Jack, battle cancer for 7 years. Jack passed away when he was just 10 years old. Annie is now a sophomore in high school. I cannot believe it. She's a sophomore in high school. She's also turned her grief into action. She's asking other kids to join her in the fight against childhood cancer by having them participate in a G9 Penny Wars campaign.
And with us now is Annie's mom, Sarah Bartosz. She's here to talk about this special occasion, this amazing way to take something that was so hard for your family and turn it into a force for good.
It is. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Great to see you. I feel like you've been through so much, even just since I last saw you losing Jack. Then
Yes.
were you pregnant at the time that you
was.
lost Jack?
I was,
So
yes.
now your son is 4
and 3/4, as he tells me often. he's at that age where it's really important. Every month is important. So he'll be 5. Jack passed away in August of 2012, and Tommy was born in November. So I was 6.5 months pregnant with Tommy.
And you also lost your husband just a few years ago.
I did, 18 months ago. My husband, John, passed away from the long-term side effects of the cancer treatments that he received in his early 20s.
What was the cancer?
So he had liposarcoma in his early 20s. Jack had neuroblastoma. They were completely unrelated cancers. Our family was quite literally struck by lightning twice. And we knew that John was, in some respects, a ticking time bomb. The sad part about this for us is that they are both considered long-term survivors of their cancers because they both survived more than 5 years.
But when
Jack
you're someone's
surviving,
family, that's not enough, right?
It's not. Jack passed away at 10. My husband John passed away at 47. The life years lost and the potential lost is so great. So I can't believe that that is surviving, and we're going to do something about that so that surviving can truly mean thriving.
Jack was such an inspiration to so many people, athletes. I remember seeing him out on different fields where athletes, Rodgers got it. I mean, just incredible stuff. People recognized how strong he was and how hard he fought. And now Annie is kind of is picking that up. I cannot get over that she's a sophomore in high school.
You and me both, Molly. I cannot believe
Look at how
that
gorgeous she is.
Such a
It gives me
great
chills.
kid. I just think she's a wonderful kid who has really tried to put her grief into action and put awareness into action, and that really has been the whole premise behind G9, is the fact that people don't know September is the month for childhood cancer awareness and gold is the color.
So how are you going to spread the word? What is your ultimate goal with this? How big do you want it to be?
Annie would tell you that until the entire country and the entire world turn gold in September, in big ways and small, it doesn't matter. It could be anything to take action. So if we create awareness in the month of September and then encourage people to take action the rest of the year, Amazon, people are lucky enough to get a box with gold ribbons on it. That's another organization for childhood cancer. How wonderful if we can get all organizations, businesses, even turning the lights gold. Northwestern Mutual's done a great job of that, of lighting their buildings gold. Anything that we can do, I think, to create that awareness, it inspires people to take action, and that's what we want to do, even down to youth. How can we inspire kids to help other kids? And that's always been part of Annie's goal and mission with Gold in September, or G9 as we like to call it. It's cool. We're trying to make it seem cool to have kids help and support other kids through social entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and youth leadership.
And I've seen people in my community doing small things that have had that have brought in big money. And so the concept of penny wars, I think, is fun as we talk about kids and cancer. So this is an example of how it works. How can people get involved and start something like this?
So a school can really take on a penny war. A G9 penny war is an opportunity to do something right within the school with student leadership, or even a Girl Scout troop or Boy Scout troop, or even among sports. So this is something that really can appeal to kindergartners all the way through senior high school. And it's really difficult to find something where kindergartners can feel just as much a part of putting their pennies into their own class jar. And for as many pennies as you get, that's a point. And then each silver coin or dollar bill takes away, you know, in the case of a nickel, would take 5 points away from each 1 point penny. So it's really easy, and you put these in glass jars. Kids can see this. We have schools where kids save up their allowance for an entire year and then have ordered pennies from their bank so that they can dump all their pennies in. And this is just something that's fun and can be done right during the school hour. So I think that's also great, that we're not asking for people to do anything outside of school.
And they can do it outside of September too.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is a program that runs September through April 1st. Last year, Blake Martinez from the Packers visited the winning school, but this is something that we really encourage kids to do anytime before April 1st. It doesn't have to happen in September. Kids are diagnosed with cancer every month of the year, so we have every opportunity to make a difference all year round.
It's fantastic. If people go to goldinseptember.com, they can find out more about Annie, more about starting a penny war in their school, in their classroom, or call the phone number on the screen for more information. But again, as we said, it's now through April 1st, so you've got plenty of time to get it started, still time left, or to start it in your child's school or grandchild's school. goldinseptember.com. Great to see you. Always great to see you. Thanks for being here. Tell Annie that we said hi.
I will absolutely do that.
Thank you.
She wished that she could have missed, but I told her she had to go to school.
I noticed that.
Get to class.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Sarah. Thank you.